Many lessons ago, I began outlining the magical formula for you. You could also call this a map or a blueprint. Knowing this formula helps you, the novice magician, in a couple of ways. First, you can mentally organize all the things you are learning in this series. I talk about a lot of things. Rest assured that everything I present is deliberately connected. Every video I produce has principles in it that build on previous videos. There's a method to my madness. You have been learning all the pieces or sections of the formula, detailing, clarifying, and advancing in each formula step. The map shows you where the given learning applies in the wheel of magic. Secondly, as you wield in real time or prepare to wield, you can insert the conditions of a given recipe into the formula, actually using it as a blueprint. For example, have you set the conditions within cause? Have you set the conditions within knowledge? What are the unique conditions within the various sections of the formula that allow for a unique change and thus a unique and precisely intended appearance? If my wielding does not result in appearance or gives an imprecise appearance, what part of the formula do I need to fine-tune? Also, how does this formula and the conditions I set within it relate to my chosen crafts? By the way, as a human, your way of being and living is this formula. This is a description of how the human naturally interacts within the earth realm. Remember that magic is natural. Humans and their bodies are magic. Earth is a magical realm. So the formula is not something new or different from being human. We engage energetically and materially in real time in this manner I have outlined. However, most humans are unconscious of their own capacity and thus may not truly be living in full agency and proactive calling of precise appearance. Many humans live in confusion. So, in offering this formula, it is like we are, and this is going to be an imperfect metaphor, taking the clock apart to see how it works and see the gears inside. I'm slowing the view down, cutting up the view into sections, talking at length about each piece. This is how you are a magician, or the first part, the novice and apprentice stage. Eventually, it will not be that you have to laboriously think through, set, and wield each piece. It will come together again within you. The clock will be whole again, and you will understand the plumbing of the clock completely. Wielding will be second nature, especially within any arts that you've developed. You may wave a hand, or pour a potion, or speak a word, or change your stance, and that will marshal an entire set of conditions and cause change. You will have prepared for that in general and for specific formulas you've set. That is the master magician, the adept. In this Keys of Magic series, this was the first diagram that you ever saw of the formula. There are two nodes, the not and the is. We may understand and refer to the is in a few different ways. We may say appearance or image. This terminology roots us in the understanding of a magician or human having the capacity to call or create something seen, something arising from or formed from the device, the unitary canvas of life force. Thus we have a world of seen forms seen, appearances, images. Our world is a net of images of light, paradoxically masking and revealing or expressing true nature. The masking aspect we may call illusion or deception. The revealing aspect we may call symbol or robe or avatar. These aspects are not fully distinct. They overlap, fuse. In practice, formation, creation, illusionment, enlightenment, imagination, realization is endlessly mystifying and delicious. Our world is a web of life of beings who have met herein to share their magic and thus mutually create the earth. And because born into the earth to partake of the life and property here, become children of the earth and siblings with one another. The world is simply us, whoever said yes to come. The lion, the bear, the stone, the oxygen, the leaf, the anemone at the bottom of the sea. So much wonder and magic, so much kindred. Illusion, luz meaning light, is not only human visual light spectrum, it includes that, but bespeaks of much more, what I am terming property palettes, energy palettes. For example, sound. For example, the differentials we refer to as element. All of these properties, whether human visual light spectrum or any other property we humanly have the capacity to register and intake, are together an infinite vibratory library. We may weave or code with all these vibratory threads, overall called light or frequency, into appearance, image, pattern, experience, and thereby enjoyment. Appearance emerges naturally from whatever conditions and change processes lead to it. One of those conditions is whatever is activated as the initial node, often an energy type we term desire. The precision-wielding ability of a practiced magician is going to result in an appearance being the precise match of the initial desire, or whatever cause energy activated there. There are other types of cause energy we will learn about eventually, but thus far I've been referring to that not node as a desire, since desire is likely what is driving you to seek to learn the keys of magic. Consider an apple. As a human, although unaware, and as a magician with their eyes open, your witnessing of that apple is your witness of the 5 realms. The apple's appearance is an appearance of all 5 realms. Your experience of the apple is an experience of the 5 realms. If you ask, can I comprehend and understand true nature? Can I observe frequency? You don't need to learn this. You can. It's there. You did already. If you have met an apple, this being that we have given the human language word apple, you are literally in real time comprehending this being's true nature and frequency and pattern of elements and immersive appearance. The only thing to learn is to be aware of what you are already witnessing. There was a student who said to his master, "Master, look, a room full of beautiful pottery." The master said, "I see no pottery, only clay." To call the clay formations pottery is an interpretation, an enchantment, a game, part of the storyline of human history. Pottery is still clay, and perhaps only ever clay. That it is pottery is mostly us saying it is so. Otherwise, it's just another pattern of clay. Every appearance is like this. Do you see an apple? Or do you see a code of frequency? It's only and always ever a certain pattern of frequency, a set of conditions. That it is an apple is because the magician has arrived, the human has arrived, and says, "Wow, this really cool pattern I'm going to call apple. I say it is so." The being is a song, a love child of air, fire, water, and earth. It doesn't know it's an apple. It isn't an apple. It's just itself, singing. It's an apple for you because you wielded a word and enchanted yourself, which is allowed, but that's what it is. All appearances are a set of conditions, and we may reduce that to one word: pattern. A pattern of frequency, a pattern of element, a pattern of appearance, and then we may, if we wish, apply the pattern of human games, interpretations, and storylines. We immerse in world. As a magician, you are an artisan, creating appearances that you prefer, that you enjoy, that are meaningful for you. You innovate the world, make the world new, and add to the abundance within the world by sharing your unique gifts with the rest of us. You are an artisan of element, an artisan of any and all of the 5 realms. If you have been with me thus far through the Keys of Magic series, you can see that you have gained a great understanding of appearance, the culminating node of the magic formula. Let me give some additional review notes on the initial or not node. First of all, I deliberately have not taught you a lot of method here because that is more advanced. We will get to it. What you understand at this point is that to set a knot is a falsehood or deception, the falsehood of lack. For the unaware, lack is something believed. If one is experiencing lack, one has believed lack and or given consent to authority that induces the lack enchantment. For the magician, this knot is a methodology. It is a capacity to take great care with because the setting of a knot does constitute deception. But this ability can also enrich immersion. Deception, also called differentiation, also called creation, is neutral but powerful and best handled with honor. So like I said, we'll learn more. Your novice practice at this point that relates to the node of knot is your remembrance that all is here now. Allow yourself to become undeceived. You remember that you are embraced by the earth, your mother. You remember yourself, the sacred and honorable artisan, being of life, child and guardian of the earth. You are purifying of all the lies of lack, of debris. Any knot that you are setting or agreeing with right now is a lie, unless you've had some other types of training. When you do learn to set the knot as part of your dedication as a magician, it will be a tiny, unreal, crafted condition for purposes of inducing change. But you won't be able to do that, at least not precisely, if you don't remember what is real and true, which is that all is before you and within you. All right, this gives you enough to integrate for now. I will continue the integration in the next video where we will talk about the call of appearance, all of the fun stuff that happens between the 2 nodes of not and is. I'll see you then.